Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your angel and spirit guide message reading for you for money and career. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. Now before I dive into this reading, please know that this reading comes from a place of love, light, and positivity to raise you up, to connect you with your angels and your spirit guides, to help you move on your path to success, and not from a place of chaos, anxiety, and fear, because there is too much of that in this world, especially right now. And this is to keep you positive, to keep you on track towards your goals. All right, so let's dive in. I'm going to be starting with your fairy guidance cards. All right, so let's see what they have to say. Angel and spirit guide message for Scorpio, money and career. Angel and spirit guide message for Scorpio, money and career. Angel and spirit guide message for Scorpio, money and career. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. So we have here courage, which is brilliant. We always need that, don't we? And then we have nurturing. So nurturing that courage, but also nurturing yourself to be courageous, to be that person that you want to be, to go after what it is that you desire. And now for your chakra cards. Angel and spirit guide message for Scorpio, money and career. Angel and spirit guide message for Scorpio, money and career. Angel and spirit guide message for Scorpio, money and career. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. So we have rebirth, which is glorious. And then we have meditation. So you have the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below your feet, and you have the crown chakra. And I love that the crown chakra wants you to connect your mind with your heart. So that's going to be astoundingly powerful for you, Scorpio. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angel and spirit guide message for Scorpio, money and career. Angel and spirit guide message for Scorpio, money and career. Angel and spirit guide message for Scorpio, money and career. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. So at the heart of everything, we have the Hanged Man. You're crowned by judgment, angels and spirit guides right there with you, seriously. The Emperor. Okay, I love these major arcana cards right off the bat. This is an Aries time frame, March 21st to April 19th. You have Strength right here, which is a Leo time frame, July 22nd to August 22nd. July 23rd, there we go, to August 22nd. Your roots are with the Hermit, Virgo time frame. Leo goes straight into the Virgo time frame, which is August 23rd to September 22nd. 6 of Cups, good. Some minor arcana cards here to balance things out. 9 of Swords. I'm not surprised with the intensity that is all right here that you got the 9 of Swords. Not at all. 5 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Brilliant. 5 of Wands. So the repeat of the number 5 in this reading does show that even though there is a bit of anxiety, most definitely. Can you see that? Ooh. Hold on, guys, 1 minute. Even though there's a bit of anxiety around things, the repeat of the number 5 shows that things are resolved rather easily, rather quickly. So it doesn't mean that you might find it easy or quick, but the spirit world, your angels and your spirit guides are saying that everything gets resolved well. And that's going to be something that's important. And we have the 5 here digressing, countdowning into the Emperor. So we have the 5 of Pentacles and then the Emperor. So there's a sense of claiming your strength and claiming your power. You have the repeat of the number 9, which is showing that you're coming very close to a completion of a cycle. You yourself are going to know this. You're worried about something. You're worried about the ending not being what you want it to be. Just know that you're ending a cycle. It doesn't mean that this is something that's, carved in stone. And this is really where courage comes into play. And this says courage is found in the power of the heart's truth. And that couldn't be more apropos for you than, kind of if it was your motto. Because for you, Scorpio, you're a water sign energy. You come from the heart. And so your courage is always found in the truth of your heart. So being able to move forward in that truth, being able to move forward in that power is absolutely profound for you. And it leads you to nurturing. And nurturing here says, keep your inner child nurtured and you will thrive with vitality. And that's absolutely true. Absolutely true. You have your inner child coming through again with the Six of Cups. There's something from your past, a narrative from your past that you are actually breaking that cycle or coming very close to the ending of that cycle. And it's like, no longer is this going to be holding me back. So you're going to feel this pull of like, oh no, stay here. And you're going to be forcefully moving yourself forward, saying, you know what, no more. I'm not going to be held on a path that is no longer right for me. And that is a big part of this time frame for you. It leads you to rebirth. It leads you to your Earth Star chakra, located again 6 inches below your feet, and it leads you to looking at your roots. What do you want? Where do you want to be? How are you reborn? And what power are you reborn into? It's looking at the dark and the light of things, the sacred darkness, the sacred light, because with butterflies, as beautiful as they are, they're also attracted to decaying things. So here, with the butterfly, you are going to find that, yes, there is beauty, but you're also going to find that there is sorrow, that there is disappointment, and you're transformed by both, and it leads you somewhere beautiful, right? Then we have the crown chakra, meditation. Taking time to connect with your thoughts, to connect with your ideas, is going to be very, very, very powerful for you. Connecting also with your heart, knowing that as an emotional being, because I believe all of us are emotional beings, we need to connect with our hearts. So often we either let our emotions just kind of take the reins and we never connect mind with heart, or we let logic take the reins and we never connect mind with heart. So here it is connecting heart with your mind, with what you desire, and looking at the light that shines because of it. And as you do this, you're going to find, and because you do this, and you almost do this, well, you very much do this naturally, Scorpio, you're going to find with the Hanged Man here that you look at the world very differently than everybody else. And your success, your 10 of Pentacles, your prosperity, your wealth, your bounty may not look like everybody else's success, wealth, and bounty. And I know you're probably thinking, Dane, wealth is wealth. Money is money. A big house is a big house. But do you want that? Do you truly in your bones want that for any other reason than to show people you could attain it? So this isn't saying, this is taking away the I'll prove to you I can have it. This is taking away this is how the world views success. And it's saying, how do you view success, Scorpio? And what is your success? And it's claiming it for yourself. It might be that fancy house. It might be the car that, costs $1 zillion. It might be all those things. And you might say, that is really, truly, deeply what I want. And it might be, and for a lot of you Scorpios it is, that as you start to see not only the path that you want to walk changing and morphing, and you also see the way that you're interpreting other people changing and morphing, that your idea of success is something much more closely rooted to you and not to a consumerism society. So here it's saying, I desire this prosperity in my life. I am moving forward. I am enough to obtain my dreams. And then it's also a lot of times boiling down your dreams so that they become obtainable one by one, so that you surround yourself with wealth, because that's what you're doing here, with money and something you value as much as money coming into your life. And it's because you're not seeing the world the same way, and you don't see the world the same way as everybody else. Instead of thinking of that as a hindrance, see it as one of your greatest gifts, because during this time, that's what it's going to be. You also come up with new ideas. You're strongly linked here, okay, with a Aries energy that is leading you towards success. Yes, this can be a person that has made you feel like a pauper before, or made you feel like you can't obtain. So here, with the connected to the Five of Pentacles, you could have had a very authoritative figure in your life who told you what wealth was, who told you, oh no, you can't do that. Oh, don't be so silly to have those dreams. There's no money in that this way. And what you're doing is you're actually moving forward from that initial hurt to see things differently and to claim yourself as the main voice in your head, telling you what power and success is. There's also a connection with you with strength that is moving you forward towards this wealth. This strength here is going to be in a bit of conflict with what you think at times is, Spirit is saying, the right thing to do. So it's almost as if you're sitting there and saying, I will sacrifice me because I want to be the good guy, right? I want to be the nice person. And that's great. It is great to want to be the nice person, and it is great to want to be the good person. But there is also a sense of needing to assure that you're not tearing yourself down or taking yourself away from success by doing so. All right, so that's going to be something that's very important to you. And it's also going to be very important to see that power is coming forward, all right, and coming to you for what you need as you turn inward, as you look at the light that guides you, as you look at what success looks like for you, Scorpio. And as you do so, again, you find, you change your view and you find that your angels and your spirit guides, it's mostly your angels here, are right there with you. They call you out of a slumber that you have been in, out of a certain way of seeing things, a certain ideology, a certain idea. An ideology, it doesn't have to be a religious ideology. It can just be it's a negativity that was spoken over you. It is a hurt, a wound, a pain that was carried with you. And it's something that has become not what you want, but almost as if it's like, well, this is just life. And those were just words, and they didn't really hurt me. But if they rattle around in your head and they stay with you, and they're not positive words, they're not encouraging words, they're words that tell you you really are a failure, then they have hurt you. They have hurt you. They have left wounds. And here I really am seeing your angels and your spirit guides working with you to guide you forward. So you can be starting an angel journal. And I know that some of you might laugh and say, well, what's the point in starting an angel journal? It's having a conversation with your spiritual self. You can have a conversation with your spiritual self, just talking out loud. But it really does help a lot of people to write things out. I personally like to just talk out loud. So you can do it that way, whichever way is right for you. And so here, there is this connection with your angels and your spirit guides, which are moving you away from a sense of being on the outside of wealth. A sense of, this is meant for somebody else, it's just not meant for me. I'd like it to be, but that's not my lot in life. And you're changing that narrative. You're seeing that prosperity and success always has your back. And at times, yes, we have to stumble, yes, we have to fall, because we might be heading down the wrong path, a way that our angels and our spirit guides are sitting there and saying, oh my gosh, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is not you. You are not like everybody else. Why are you trying to fit in? Why are you trying to make this narrative your dreams? And what I see here is, oh my gosh, I remember. What I'm seeing is me sitting in my old job, just sitting there and being miserable and saying, but this is what I have to do. This is what people do. This is what leads to success. And as you sit there and as you're trying to force yourself to be what you are not, you need to step back. And sometimes divinity does it for you. Sometimes you get like this harsh kick in the face and it's like, oh my gosh, I need to change. And that's what I'm seeing here. It can be, it can be through layoffs and furloughs that are most definitely going around right now. But it can also be through just looking at yourself. Because at your roots, you've had this introspection. Okay? At your heart, you see things differently. Your angels are calling to you. It calls you to turn inward. And as you turn inward, your path is lit. As you turn inward, your fire is ignited. Right? And you are guiding yourself forward. You're seeing yourself change. You're seeing yourself leave a skin behind, leave an old self behind. And what's so powerful about this is that you feel battered and bruised, that you have lived and you carry these lessons with you. And why I find that powerful is because in the beginning, okay, so of the Llewellyn Tarot, card number 1 is the Magician. And he is wearing a beautiful purple, lush purple, gorgeous embroidered robe. And I always find it poignant that by card number 9, the Hermit, the person who seeks knowledge, who disseminates knowledge, who calls, who looks, who discovers, is wearing the purple robes too. But his are worn and tattered and old. And that just shows what life is like. You start off with the beautiful purple robes, with the connection to majesty, to the connection, to royalty. And you stand before your altar and it's like, I claim it. And then as life moves on, it becomes at times harder and harder to claim what is yours, to claim your truth. And until you turn inward and you say, this is who I am. And what I also find so terribly interesting is right before you turn inward, there's like a battle. The strength is called on. There's a way that you stand firm and secure and ignited with yourself and a bit in love with yourself. The sense of, this is me. And as you stand in that power, greatness starts to come to you. Things start gravitating towards you. You'll see things start to shift and change. And you might not see these as really big or influential things in the time that you're receiving them. But they most definitely are as you look back, over the weeks, over the months, even over the years. But it has you turning inward. It has you looking at yourself in such a new way and at your passion with such a new truth. And as you do so, when it comes to work, as you turn inward, you're going to see that you're not interested in playing politics. You're also not interested in a place that makes you feel attacked, okay? That makes you feel as if you always have to guard yourself. The 5 of Wands is like, know your truth. Stand firm within yourself. And do not give in to the chaos and the madness that is around you. But it's also when you turn inward, you're going to see that chaos and that madness within your own head. Meaning you're going to look at things and you're going to have the voices of failure, of defeat, of heartbreak, of pain, of simple life trying to drag you down. And it's going to be impacting your career. But it's also going to be that as you're looking at this, you find one truth that lights your path, that lights your way, because he is holding that wand within his hands. Right? He's holding 2 of them, one to guide his feet, one to guide his sight. And as you see this truth and as you come to this power, right, as you're looking at things, when it comes to your work, when it comes to your career, but also when it comes to money, there is something in your past. There's a negative narrative that has you thinking, I deserve lack, or I'm not worth it. Now, it can be that, your parents might have said, we always have to struggle. You will see that life is a struggle. You will see that it's hard to earn money. You'll see that, you're not going to be paid as much as other people. And you're looking at things and you're like, well, why the heck is that? Like, claim your power. Don't let their story become part of your story. Even though our parents' stories are always part of ours. Rise above so that they look at you and they can be like, wow, I can't believe you're making that salary. I can't believe you're doing this. And if you have the type of parent who would say, I don't care, or I'm never going to be proud of you, it's having the power to walk away. Yeah, it is. And that sounds really harsh, but it's really truthful. And here with the 6 of Cups, it might not be a parent. It might be a teacher. It might be, school where you were always told time and time again, just not good enough. Just not the type of the class. Or you might have been the top of the class. You might have been told you were wonderful. And now to live up to those expectations is overwhelmingly terrifying. There's something here that needs to be looked at, fully looked at, and the old you retrieved, meaning the person who didn't know failure, who didn't know defeat, who didn't know, that. And it's not that you're losing your wisdom, it's gaining back your spark. And as you gain your spark, you move forward in strength. Things start coming to you. People start looking at you. What you need comes your way. And again, it might be that you see that there's an emotional floor within you. There might be a, something negative within you that you look at and you're like, I don't know why. I feel like this cannot be a part of me anymore, but it cannot be a part of me. And I have to let it go. I have to move past it. I have to become what I was born to be. And that's the true calling here. And that's what the strength is moving you towards. It's moving you to embrace that light, to embrace that joy, to embrace that power. And as you do so, you call in the success, the wealth. And there will be chaos that comes with it. There will be this sense of, can I do this? Am I worthy of this? How do I move forward? Where do I go? All the doubts. It's kind of like looking at a blank page and saying, well, I'm creating a story. And the part of your head goes, it's a blank page. There are only blank pages ahead of you. And it's like, no, now it's time. Now it's time to write that tale. Now it's time to create that picture. Now it's time to make your world the beautiful art that it is. And a good story, it has hardship, it has pains, it has disappointments. It's not all roses and butterflies. there's conflict, and there's triumph. And that's what you're doing. But here, with the Nine of Swords, the thing that'll get you is the worry. And it will. You can face almost everything else. I mean, the Five of Pentacles, the feeling as if you're outside of wealth, that gets you too, definitely. But the Nine of Swords, the worry, the doubt, the fear, it can be that you're just working too hard. You're putting everything into it, and nobody's even seems like they're caring. And so here with the Nine of Swords, do not let worry, doubt, and fear pull you from your path and from your truth. With the Nine of Swords, take care of yourself. Make sure you sleep. Make sure you sleep, because that's going to be the first thing that you say, I can sacrifice. I can sacrifice my sleep because I need to get this done. I need to worry. I need to look at this. I need to, get this just right. It's never going to be just right. It's always going to be you. And you are just right for where you are. And it doesn't matter if anybody else sees that. It's a hard thing to learn. We're always taught to strive for improvement, to strive for betterness, that life is kind of like a competition. Even though people say, no, life isn't a competition. It's like, oh, please, come on. Succeed, push harder and harder and harder. You'll be able to achieve more and more and more. Do not lose sight of you, and do not lose faith in you. At times, you might even feel as if you're facing nightmares. It's like, oh my gosh, this is what I've always dreaded coming your way. Why? Because you're claiming your strength. And I know it might sound funny, but as you awaken, as you see things differently, as you claim your strength, there's going to be a force that wants to knock you off your path. And so it's that wheedling in of doubt and of fear and of apprehension and of, you can't do this. And that leads you to the Emperor, because the Emperor can be the tyrannical ruler or the benevolent ruler. So what are you letting rule your life? Tyranny? A sense of other people's tyranny being your narrative? Or is it benevolence? Is it the people who loved you, who cared for you? Or is it the loving care of the universe around you? You might say, nobody ever believed that I could do it. What is it, that poem, she believed she could, and so she did? And it's like, is it that simple? And sometimes, yes, it is. Believe. Believe in the greatness that is you. Claim your throne. Because there is a force here. Now, you might be going up against, some of you are, Scorpio is going to be going up against a boss who has his own agenda. I say his because it's just a very domineering force, and it's the Emperor. So it's what I'm saying here. But it doesn't have to be male. It can be however they identify themselves. You'll know this person because they boom. Okay, I'm just seeing they boom. Their voice booms. They either have a tendency to hit the tabletops when they talk, or their footsteps are very, pounding. There's something about them that booms, all right? Or their voice booms in your head when they talk, and it makes you jump. So here, just be mindful of this, and be mindful of this person being a bit toxic for you, being actually toxic for you during this time. So either avoidance is like key, or, if you can't leave your job, which of course, may very well be the case, it's like, keep your nose down, keep yourself focused, focus on you, and that is going to have you really succeeding, because you're taking back the power. And it can be somebody from your past whose voice booms in your head at time, or who you just remember them just screaming, And so here, it is taking back that power. It is being the Emperor. It's being the benevolent Emperor of your life. And it's also knowing that, yes, I am flawed, because I see the Emperor as David in the Old Testament. He was flawed. He wasn't perfect, and he didn't pretend to be. He sat there and he made huge mistakes, and you look at him and you're like, dude, what the heck? You sent somebody's husband to go die because you wanted his wife. I mean, that's not nice. That's not even close to nice. So here, it is like he didn't hide his shame. He didn't hide himself from his angels, from his spirit guides, from his God. And he laid it bare. And he achieved greatness because of that, because he knew himself. He repented and he claimed his glory. Now, the flip side to the Emperor is to be like Nero, who, plays his fiddle as Rome burns. So it's choosing the path. And it's also knowing your ducks, knowing the people around you. Who is Nero? who would let everything burn just so they could do what they want. It leads you to walking away from something, or, feeling out in the cold before you claim your wealth, or from having this battle with yourself. Can I be wealthy? Can I be prosperous? Will I be able to move forward in the bounty that I want? The answer is absolutely yes. But there is going to be that war within yourself that makes you doubt it, that has you seeing things differently. Okay? And that seeing things differently connects you with your angels and claims your power. Your subconscious message is the Four of Pentacles. Emotional vampires are around you. There is a sense of kind of like, stand your ground, know your truth. Don't kind of feel as if you have to hold on to everything you have, because there will never be enough. Because that's what somebody planted within you. That was planted within you to make you feel as if you lacked. Now, it doesn't mean to go out and just spend money like water. It means to be wise, but to know that you were born in abundance and you will live in abundance. This leads you to your subconscious chakra message, which is the Earth Mother, connected with, again, the Earth Star Chakra, located 6 inches below your feet, connected with your earthly self, connected with the power of the earth to move you forward. Your subconscious fairy guidance message is expression. And this says, expression unleashes and empowers your inner creative energy to flow forth. Let the real you shine. All right, Scorpio, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I love you all, and stay safe. Bye.